Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me who I am, my name is Louis and nice to meet every single one of you. In this video, I'm gonna be sharing how we can use ChatGPT, Google, and YouTube to improve our overall level of English free of charge. This is not a bullshit video nor a clickbait, okay? So please stick around with me till the very end of this video. First off, I would like to explain you in detail is that we can use ChatGPT for reading, writing, vocabulary, and grammar. We can employ YouTube for listening, and we can use Google for vocabulary. So these can be accessed on the internet free of charge, okay? So take it or you leave it, it is solely up to you. So since we're living in the digital world, almost everything is accessible online. So if you don't leverage it, then that would probably be your disadvantage. So without further ado, let's get started. So first thing first, what you need to do is to hop over to the Google, because Google will be the first tool that we're going to be using to improve our level of English, okay? So if you want to read books or passages or paragraphs in order to upgrade your reading skill, I highly suggest you visit this website called Yes PDF. So in this website, there are plethora of book collections and variety that you can pick out based on your taste and based on your preference. So for example, these are books that you can access through this website, okay? So if you are interested in non-fictions, you can basically type like non-fictions here, okay? So for example, like genres, where there are a lot of like, virus and other website that could cut in during the process, so be aware of that. So let's say non-fiction. So here, it pops up in the first place, right? So non-fiction books. Delete it once again because it would probably be a virus website. That's it. Filter it. Oh, there are a lot of like irrelevant. Here, do you see that? There are a lot of non-fiction books here like about meditations. A med is only one story. The Lonely City. For example, let's say you're going to read this book. A map is only one story. Okay. Here, you can read through this website by clicking read option. Oh, it was forbidden. So we're gonna download this. Okay? So we're gonna download this. Download. Do you see that? So when you download, you can rename on your own or you can just leave it as it is, okay? But I'm gonna rename the book on my own, okay? So the Ahmed is only one story. So just save it up. Oh, do you see that? Here, it is already downloaded. So we're gonna hop over to this file. So here. Do you see that? Like I've got a book. Do you see that? Like there are a lot of like, here are contents. This is prefaced. These are titles. Here, the introductions. You can basically read through the entirety of this book. Okay, this is the way that you can improve your reading by accessing books on the internet free. Right? So for example, while you are reading this sentence, since is launched 5 years ago, Catapult magazine has published a wide array of personal narratives from writers all over the world in hope of realizing a central theme of the magazine, blah, 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 blah. So let's say you don't understand what is the meaning of launched. Okay? So we're gonna highlight it. So launched. So what do? We just got hop over once again to Chrome and type ChatGPT. Okay, so we have got ChatGPT here. So we're gonna search for the meaning of launched. So what is the meaning of LAUNC launched, and how to use it in sentences correctly? You have to type it up like the way I did, okay? Because like if you just type certain word, of course it is good, but your memory will be short-lived as you don't learn the entirety of the definition of that specific word. So you need to learn by being provided with example sentences, if that makes sense. So let's click here. So ChatGPT replies, the word launch has several meanings, but one of its primary definition is to start or set something in motion. So here, do you see that? There are like different ways of usage. So when it's come to rocket launched, you can use in these sentences. This is the example sentence. So the space agency is planning to launch a new satellite into orbit next week. So you understand what the meaning of launch is. So just go back to your book. So since it's launched 5 years ago, it means since it starts 5 years ago, right? We start to understand. But in this case, launch is used as a noun. So it means it's beginning, right? Or it's starter, something like that. So this is the way that we can use PDF website and ChatGPT simultaneously to improve not only your reading but also your vocabulary range. So it is kind of like throwing two birds with one stone, right? So likewise, you can, employ like every single word that you don't understand and put it into ChatGPT search bar and type it up. And not only that, you also need to learn with provided instance, okay? And what about grammar? Well, you can learn grammar on your own by the help of ChatGPT. For example, you don't understand how to use present perfect continuous. So you can type like, can you teach me thoroughly how to use present perfect continuous tense? So you see that it will provide you with tons of results and informations. So you can basically like revise your lesson or learn it by yourself, like without any assistant, without any physical assistant like your coach or your teacher or your like tutor or your mentor. So you just need internet, okay? So here, certainly the present perfect continuous tense is used to express the duration of the action that started in the past and is still ongoing, So you can basically learn like a lot of form. Do you see that? Like affirmative form, negative form. So just read it thoroughly, okay? So first of all, you need to skim and scan and read it in detail until you figure out how to use it, in a correct way. So this is the way that we can use ChatGPT to improve our grammar skill, okay? So you don't need any grammar book. okay? And you don't need any like vocabulary books to improve your English. You can get almost everything online free of charge. Just leverage it to your advantage, okay? Or internet will slap you in the face. So on YouTube, you can improve your listening by searching for podcasts. For example, I'm particularly interested in true crime podcasts, and my favorite YouTuber, true crime podcaster, is Haley Elizabeth. So Haley Elizabeth. So I would open it up, for example, like.
Assalamu alaikum, live from Gaza. We are starting
Sorry,
with a
excuse.
project which will help us.
Hello everyone, my name is Haley Elizabeth, and if you don't know who I am, this is my true crime podcast where once a week I sit down and I talk about all things true crime, ranging from murders, disappearances, cults, all the way to the biggest drug bust in history, the biggest bank heist in history, all things true crime.
So do you see that? This is the way that native speakers speak English in a correct way, like very smooth, spontaneous, and very natural. You can mimic the way they speak by listening to them. Do you get the point? So yeah. And not only that, you can also like put it a subtitle on here, and you can learn while listening. You know, you can learn English by listening to like a lot of podcasts. There are a lot of variation. For example, if you're not interested in that and you're just interested in like self-improvement content, you can like type it out, self-improvement podcasts. So there are like tons of results well popped up, okay, well turn up on your YouTube. So that's it. So you can type it up, okay? So that is everything that I've got for all of you guys, and hope you guys find it helpful and beneficial. Okay, I don't want to sound repetitive, but if you really, really want to level up your English level, use technology and internet to your advantage. Otherwise, you will left behind, as I mentioned earlier in my previous videos. So that is all for today, guys. Bye. Peace.